Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my sister.
Sir, I'm fine, sir. So I want to ask you something. This thing that is happening in Nigeria, all this kidnapper of 18, do you think that government cannot do anything about it?
For me, not that the government cannot do anything about it. I believe that they don't want to do anything about it because it's not affecting them. They have their own police, they have their own security, so they don't care about what happened to the poor man.
Okay, so the poor people now will face their.
That is what the way I feel about it.
Yeah. So what will they do? What can we do now to stop all this kidnapping of 18?
For me, if people who are their leaders, if they are serious about it, I think they will empower the vigilantes because we don't have enough police now. If you even call police, they say they don't have fuel. So I believe the government don't have the political way to tackle the insecurity.
But can vigilante people be able to do it because they are not like soldiers?
Yes, for me, I believe the vigilante will be able to do it because soldiers don't know road into the bush. All these kidnappers, they work with people who owns the community. If you go in their farm, all those soldiers don't know farm or police don't know farm. You understand? So I believe that if the government can work with the vigilante, empower them, buy them handles, buy them gun, they will be able to work it. And then, there are some time in Eka South, Agbo, they were a group of kidnappers, they were arrested. They took them to police station. They say call came from above and they leave them. So I believe that when you send police to go and, fight these people, they might compromise. And not only compromising because of, maybe they are accomplice to what is going on. They don't still have the motivation because most of them are not being paid a huge sum of money. They will think that, this 70,000 they are paying me, I can't die because of 70,000. You understand? So I believe there is no enough motivation political way. But the difference between police and the vigilante is that vigilante will say, here is my community.
They will fight for their community.
You understand? They will fight for their community.
Yes.
But police, maybe the police come from the north. Here is not my community. I can't die for the community. So there is no political will. There is no motivation.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
The other day, former commissioner in Delta State was kidnapped. She is popularly known as Ada Anioma. She was kidnapped and two policemen that were attached to her, they were killed and she was adopted. But to God be the glory that at the end, they were able to rescue her and brought her back home. Now, she's a former commissioner, a renowned politician in Anioma, Delta North. So, if this person is not a politician, nobody will know what happened because Delta State is under siege as I speak to you, and so many things are going on. Let me make it categorically clear that the issue of insecurity of lives and property is the primary responsibility of the government. So, no matter the government or the levels of government, the federal government, the state government, and the local government, most of the time we know that the federal government has failed. But what about the state? We know that the state don't control the military, they don't control the police, but there are measures that the state can put in place to tackle insecurity. The same thing with the local government. Now, let me tell you what I mean. There was a time before the recent happening now in my site when my community was ravaged with insecurity and people were not going to farm for almost 2 weeks. And the community tried their possible best to make sure they eliminate such thing. And I praise them for that. I praise their bravery, their courage to do that. What the government could not do, they did it. And recently, even as I talked to you yesterday evening, at the hours of 9 o'clock or thereabout, 6 persons were adopted in my community as well. So these things have started occurring again. These things have started happening once more again. So what is the government doing? I know some people might say that the government is trying their best. After all, the federal government, they are the one that controls the military, the police, and so on and so forth. That is a big lie. Hold on there. If the community, a community as a community is, a very local community for that matter, can come together and find a solution to the current insecurity in their place, I don't see any reason why the federal government or the state government would say that they don't have any solution or they're just keeping quiet to the effect. Because most of the community's input to stop insecurity is not being motivated or supported by the local government, state government, or the federal government. If the state government will, or the local government to say, if they can partner with communities, empower them, local vigilantes who know the rules and everything, empower them with healers, buy guns for them, make sure you motivate them. They will be able to fight this insecurity that the police and the military are unable to fight. Now, the name of my community is Idumuesah in Eka Northeast local government area of Delta State. What my community has done, the federal government and state government has not, even the local government, they have not done it when it comes to tackling insecurity. The people contributed their own money, the people went to the bush, the people used different kind of things to make sure they fight the insecurity. And now the thing is coming back again. And this is a warning to every politician right there. You think you can just come from election to election to seek for people's votes, and after the election, what happens to people is none of your business. You people are still waiting for 2027 to come. You start promising vote. Now it's not quite long they finish local government election, and I blame my people. Why do you keep voting a party that is not even ready to help you? I have not seen PDP giving press briefing about insecurity in a Kanu or a federal constituency. The reason why I'm going straight to the root is because I believe that at the root level, we can solve this problem. Let us leave Abuja first. Leave even Asaba, like Delta State, the headquarters. Let us leave Asaba. Let us focus on we have House of Assembly members, we have local government chairmen, we have Federal House of Representatives, we have Senate. So if these people cannot come together to find a lasting solution to this insecurity, let them forget about election. Because when election comes, they are going to see the other side of the people. Let them not just even thinking that maybe they are on ground though. Let them not think about it at all. Because when the people are dying, the government don't even show concern. You don't even see it in the news. People don't even come to the news to say, oh, this is what is going on, and so on and so forth. The politicians we have in Nigeria, the politicians we have in Delta State and a federal constituency, most of them are immune to insecurity. Now, this is what I mean. They have the security agencies like the police, the military, who guide them. They have even the DSS who protect them, including when they are in their residential homes, especially the top political office holders. So that is the thing that is going on. These people don't care what ordinary people are going through. Well, some persons might come to dispute what I'm saying, that, oh, they care. If they care, where is the proof? Where is the proof that they care? The only people who will be able to solve this insecurity situation in a federal constituency and also in Nigeria, this is holistic, it's not only in a federal constituency.
Many of us from the north are famed for cattle keeping. And when you are driving the cattle through different grazing grounds, the cattle believe that you love them so much because you protect them from the elements, because you protect them from other wild animals. But if the cattle were to know that you are the one who would end up eating them, they would treat you very differently. Invariably, they do not know. And therefore, you will continue controlling them the way you do, and you will continue eating them the way you do. But it's a totally different case when you are leading human beings. They are not like cattle. You may lead them in a particular direction. You may think that you have lulled them into a false sense of security. You may think that you have deadened their minds. But always remember that one day, if you don't do that which is good and right for your fellow men, there is a day of reckoning. There is a day of reckoning, and history has demonstrated that it can come in the twinkling of an eye. History has demonstrated that kings have been toppled. History has demonstrated that presidents have been removed. History has demonstrated that great men have been cut down. History has demonstrated that men can rise when they are misled. History has demonstrated that men are indeed capable of rising up. I always read these words of the American Declaration of Independence because I love them. They apply to humanity. Before America became what it is, they had enlightened men. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are born equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among those are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And it is for this reason that governments are instituted amongst men, and that when those governments fail to perform, it is the duty of those people to rise up and to remove such governments.